Good afternoon, it is Monday the 18th and this is my very first reading vlog. A bunch of you wanted me to do one, so I'm doing one and I am just going into my room to read for a bit. I want to finish off Girls of Paper and Fire, and today, like this morning, I had like a physio appointment and stuff like that, so I didn't get a chance to read, but now I have like 30 minutes and I think I can get it finished. I'm on page 320 and it's like 370, so I think if I hustle I can get it done, because I would also like to start finishing up Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is the novelization. So I'm going to get started and I'll check in with you guys later. Hi, so I'm just editing and I've got my rough cut down to 5 minutes and 57 seconds, so I'm just going through the second time and seeing how much more I can cut down for the video, and yeah, this is where I'm up to. So yeah, I want to get this out next week, so that'll be next Thursday, but I want to get it edited either this week so I don't have to worry about it. But nearly finished Girls of Paper and Fire. I have like 20-ish pages to go, but I got a lot of reading and then I had to do chores, which just editing this one bit I have to do more chores, so I'm going to try and listen to more of Stephen Fry's MYTHOS. I know that his book Heroes is coming out, or has come out, and I really want to get that, but I really want to finish MYTHOS before I dive into Heroes. I also want to dive into Assassin's Creed Odyssey and get that finished so I can slate for December, and I will, yeah, and I'm really excited because this weekend will be my birthday and I'm just very excited about that. Good evening. Just finished Girls of Paper and Fire and it was awesome. It was good. I highly enjoyed it and I'll speak about it more tomorrow. Night, guys. Hi. So last night I finished Girls of Paper and Fire, which is the Now in the Book book club pick of the month of November, and it was awesome. I read most of it on the train last week when I went down to Sydney, and then I just finished it last night, and oh my god, it was so good. The romance was fantastic. The romance was fantastic. Just the adventure aspect of it. I do like sort of agree with some of the criticism that Lee was too passive, but I think because she was just in such a state of like shock and survival passiveness until she sort of like developed a sense of, I'm not going to let the king do any of this anymore. I think that was just her being in shock and just trying to survive, not necessarily, you know, not following through with what she wanted to do, but just she was in just this place of like shock and survival, which I can understand. And the descriptions of like the half human and demon and like all these other creatures sort of was reminiscent of Monstrous as how they are illustrated, so it was very clear. I liked the king first and I despised him as the novel went on, but I think that this was really good. I am kind of torn between finishing off the Assassin's Creed Odyssey book that I'm reading, or starting Reflection by Elizabeth Lim, which is a Mulan retelling, but in like the Twisted Tale series, where Shang is taken to the underworld and Mulan has to fight to save his life. And it sounds as though that's what I'm thinking right now. So I will check in with you guys later. Guys, welcome back. I'm sorry I haven't vlogged much today, but once I got back from doing errands this morning, which I don't really like, I'm feeling that comfortable vlogging around my town just for the moment, so I'm sorry if this vlog feels a bit boring, but I did do a bunch of errands which did reduce my reading time. However, I did get a good chunk of the Assassin's Creed novelization, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I have a few thoughts on this. So first off, it's, for what it is, it's really good. It is a novelization of the main route of the game from start to finish. So the main route denying all side quests. But the problem with that is that you're missing out on a lot of key elements of the game. Like, my favourite character is Alexios, which in this novelization is Cassandra's brother, who has been trained by this cult to become a weapon, and he wants to kill Cass. He is one of my favourite characters when he's playing the role of the hero and of the villain. I like his complexity. But my other favourite character called Archimedes, who is like this hedonistic Athenian, politician person. There's a scene when we're introduced where we open up the door and he is just like naked except for his underwear. And this basically leads to us finding out about a possible route to Cassandra or Alexis's mother. And there's this guy who yells, "Ali, come back inside." Cassandra is like, "Ali?" And he's like, "Oh, you really know they like you when they give you a nickname." And that is used later on when she tries to get information from Archimedes when she calls him Ali. And I would have loved for that to be in the book. I loved that, just that interaction. And I really thought that would have been good in the book. Like, the book itself is really good, but I think if I had not seen all the gameplay, I would have enjoyed it just a tad bit more, but I am really enjoying it. Like, for what it is, it's great. I just wish that there were a few key scenes that didn't have such a cut dry ending to them. Like, there's this another great character called Diona, who is part of the cult that stole Alexios from Cassandra's family, and she tricks you into like doing all this stuff. And in the book, it's just like one sentence, like, well, there's this town that led me to this cultist, which came of nothing, which is not true. But I just think that there could have been a little bit more tweaking. Like, I know that's up to us, the player, to decide what we want to do with the character, but I also think that just those key details would have made Cassandra feel a bit more three-dimensional, because right now she's just like a cardboard cutout of an assassin, and without that extra characterization, I don't know how to feel. But I am really enjoying it. Like, I haven't watched the playthrough all the way through. I've just watched certain scenes, but still, like, just reading it, I would think that I would have had more fun reading it have I not watched any of the gameplay. But that's just me. And now I'm going to read a bit more, because I am 269 pages in and I need to want to finish this by the next few days. So yes, I will check back in with you before I go to bed. Hi, it's Wednesday. I am just sitting down to do some studying at the moment. I got up to page 266, Assassin's Creed Odyssey novelization, and I've started to sort of disconnect it from the game itself. Like, obviously it's based on the game, and obviously things are going to be different, but I'm just trying to separate it from like what I know of the game, because I think I'll get more enjoyment out of it. And I'm enjoying it, like I really am enjoying it, but it's just, there are like key scenes where the dialogue has changed a bit, and I'm like, really? Did you have to change that? But no, I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to do about an hour and a half worth of study, finish this assessment off, and I can send it off soon. But yeah, that's where I am at the moment. I also won't be vlogging as much today because my mum and brother are going to be doing renovations, so I won't be vlogging as much as I would want to, but that's alright. To get me in the mood to study, I always have 2 candles going, because when I get the candles going, then my brain is like, okay, we're in study mode now, or like focus mode. So I've got the Mother of Dragons candle by Nook and Burrow, which smells amazing, and I also have a candle from this shop called Ishka, which is like a rainbow candle, and it just smells divine and just So I'm excited about that. And yeah, so my assignment, my reading, really interesting, 5 out of 5. Surprised it's not a bestseller. And yeah, that's about it for today. Hi, so I'm 291 pages into Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and we're getting to the end of the book, which means we're going to get to one of my favourite scenes in the game, which is where we find Demos, who is Alexios, who is Cassandra's brother, and they have a confrontation. But my fear is that they're going to change the dialogue. Like, they've changed some of the dialogue from most of the scenes. Like, there was one scene that just went past where in the game you meet Archimedes back on a bridge, and he like makes some sort of like, or you know, this is Olympias and for the Olympics and whatever else. And there's a lot of banter between Alexios or if you play as Cassandra and Archimedes, that's just removed, and it just ends sort of like mehly. But I am really enjoying this, so I will check it with you guys later. Hi, just checking in. So I've finished Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the novelization, and I gave it a 4. Obviously, I am still really annoyed that like some of the scenes were changed, and while I understand that it's there because this is a game and you don't get the same extra choices in a book, the choices that they made I just felt just completely changed the story too much. And yeah, all the romance options are completely optional, but I was just, part of those characters' charms was the way that they interacted with Cass. Like Archimedes being a bit of a flirt was the way that he was. He was hedonistic. He was a bit, you know, flirty and whatnot. And, you know, that gave him a little bit of charm. Whereas here is he was just very stiff and cardboardy, and just, I like the characterization, but I didn't like the fact that they were so stiff. I think that they could have used a bit more charm and a bit more humor. The story was solid. I have a lot of problems, and I'll probably do like a full-length review going over why or what problems I had with the novel, but I did enjoy what I read. Just, yeah, there's this thing about how this version canon, and like all this is canon, and in a game where you're given multiple choices, one canonization, just, I felt like they could have done more with the adaptation. Don't go a full like all the choices, but at least give us something other than she goes here, she fights person A and sails to location B and moves on. Like there was no depth to it. It was just like, Cassandra's going here because said person told her to go here. We don't get much of her internal monologue, and it's just, yeah, but for what it is, it's pretty good. I just had a lot of problems, and like I said, if I hadn't of watched playthroughs before I picked the book up, I probably would have enjoyed it more on face value. But because I've watched the playthroughs, and because I know some of the choices, and because I'm particularly fond of some of the characters in the book, I just think they could have been treated a lot better. And now I am watching a bit more playthroughs because I love the game, especially Alexios. He is just, some of his facial scenes and like things that he says are just funny, and just, I love it so much. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to have dinner with my mum and my brother tonight, so I won't be vlogging that, but I'm excited. I've finished 2 books in a week. So I don't know if I'm going to move on to a third one. I do want to actually read Reflection by Elizabeth Lim, because that one's been sticking out to me, especially after I finish Girls of Paper and Fire, which was fan-fucking-tastic, by the way, and a full review will be coming out of that. But I don't know what to read. I mean, I suppose I could always read Monstrous Volume 2, because I need to get to that as well. Also, I did pretty well today. I got 2 hours of studying in. I then booked a hotel for the 5th through to the 7th, because I'm going down to Sydney and I'm going to spend a day and a bit there, so I'm excited about that. But yeah, that's my updates. Like, I do think that if you're wanting to pick up the book, pick it up, but at the same time, there's just so much that I wish they would include in the book, especially when, like, at the back there's a glossary and it says all the characters' names, like especially the cultist Diona. That mission thing is one of the best ones, and even if we just had like, Cassandra went to go visit the cultist, and it showed like this scene where Cassandra is confronting Diona and she has to make a choice between Diona and her twin sister, it's so good. And I wish that would have been included in the book, like just Cassandra's ordered to follow the cult or whatever, and then we get the standoff between Diona, her twin sister, and Cassandra, where Cassandra has to make the choice to find out which is the real Diona to kill. That could have taken up at least about 3 pages in the book, and I would have loved that, because that is one of my favourite scenes, is where you're forced to choose between either the real one or that, and depending on what you choose, the outcome is way different, and it's so much fun. But that being said, I'm going to leave this update here, and I will talk to you guys later. It's Thursday, the 22nd of November, and I have just finished filming, and I'm just finished editing, or partly editing, this reading vlog. So I've edited Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, and I've also filmed my review for Girls of Paper and Fire, and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, respectively. I also filmed a review for an anime that I watched, and that was very nice to talk about that. And I also have edited my Witch Who Could Have Death vlog, which is up already, and my Witch Who Could Have Death review, which by the time this video comes out, both should be up on my channel. So go watch those if you feel interested in hearing my opinion on the Witch Who Could Have Death. But there's apparently a dust storm coming today, so I'm inside with all the windows closed because I don't know where it's going to hit, but I have to go outside and put my clothes in the dryer. So hopefully the dust storm has not hit it yet. I don't know. My review of Assassin's Creed Odyssey kind of just turned into a comparison between the game and the book, because the book was very flat, but the game, because it's a game, you get choices and they obviously breathe life into the character. So that's going to be interesting to edit. So I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, so I will check in with you guys later. Update time. So I listened to more of Stephen Fry's Mythos, which I am 12 hours and I think 40 minutes into. I don't know. But I listened to it, and so far what I'm learning is the gods are like severely F. Like I was reading this, like listening to this one myth where the moon god who glides a chariot across the night sky saw this guy, thought he was hot, abducted him, and when he proceeded to deny her, you know, saying that she's not attractive, he's not wanting to sleep with her or anything, she got pissed. And like, I don't know, but the logic of these gods, it's like, how could he prefer the beauty of a mortal woman when he has a goddess after his heart? And I'm like, he loves her. Like, he may worship you, but he obviously loves her. And it's, you know. And then there is like, my favorite myth so far is when like Eos has found someone she really loves, and then she went to Zeus saying, can he please be immortal? But she didn't say immortal beauty or immortal youth or whatever. He aged, and Zeus is just like, but I can't be responsible for interpreting everything you say. Oh, I love it. Like, obviously, my favourite myth so far has to be the myth to do with how the spider came about, where it was this weaver that was the best weaver in all the land, and she claimed to be a better weaver than Athena, and Athena came down and showed her what for and turned her into a spider. But before she got turned into a spider, the thing that she did was she tapestrized all the gods' monstrosities and showed them in not the light that they like to be shown. And I was like, yes, take the gods down, take them, check them, do whatever. I was like, yes. And then she got turned into a spider, first to weave her tapestries forever and ever. So far, so good. I really am enjoying this audiobook. It was good for like in between books, like if I'm not feeling reading either one of my current reads and I just want something short that I can just put on 15 minutes later. A new myth has entered my brain and I was just noon. It's currently 4:30 on Friday and I have not vlogged today at all. One, because today has just been a rather boring day and I have no content vlog-wise because I haven't been reading as much. Like, it's just mostly been emails and websites and just research, so that's not very entertaining. But in the last hour, I have listened to more of Mythos by Stephen Fry, and just, it's so good. It is by far one of the best audiobooks I've read. Stephen Fry himself is very charismatic, and that shows through his voice work and the voices and just like inflections that he gives these like ancient myths. I just love it. So that's all for today. I just hadn't done anything that interesting. I went downtown to do errands again because we need more food and I need to go downtown to get something for tomorrow, which didn't end up happening because the store that I wanted to get it from was closed. So that's about it. But it's been a relatively chill day. The sun is out, so I've done a lot of domestic stuff around the house and now I'm just relaxing for a bit and I'm going to listen to more of Mythos because I'm on the Galateus chapter and that's about 30 minutes solid of just myths about Galateus because there's more than one. So I'm excited about that. Cooking dinner, spaghetti bolognese with garlic bread cooking off on the side. So super quick update. I watched a bit of Angel Key Cosplays, aka Crystals, Instagram live, and now I'm gonna lay in bed and finish the rest of Mythos. Hi, it's Saturday, it's my birthday today, yay me, and I finished Mythos last night. It was fabulous. I'll talk more about it in my review, but right now I'm starting Reflection by Elizabeth Lim because I've wanted to read this all year, and now is the perfect time to read it. Already a couple of pages in, and it is fabulous, and the good thing about hardcovers is they've got built-in bookmarks. So yeah, but no. This morning my mum and my brother took me out to breakfast, so that was fun. And yeah, last night I finished Mythos, which was like a 15-hour audiobook that I spread out throughout the year. And it was fun, fabulous. Stephen Fry, and I was very excited to pick up Heroes by Stephen Fry, which I hope to pick up today or tomorrow or next week. So that's fun, and I have to rearrange some stuff next week, but I'm out the farm today, which is gorgeous. So yeah, that's that, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I'm sorry for the thing, but the sun's sort of blocking my colour. Than that, I just went out to lunch with my dad, his girlfriend, and my brother, and so tonight I will be going out with my mum, my brother, for dinner, and I think my cousin, but I'm not too sure. But it's going to be good because we're going out for Indian tonight, and I love Indian food, so I'm excited for that. But no, it's been a fun day today, and my brother bought me something back from the Harry Potter wizarding thing at Universal, and I believe it's like Dumbledore's wand, which I like fully geeked out over because I'm like, oh my god, it's so detailed. So that was really fun, and I really liked that. Wing guy, it's Leviosa, not Leviosa. Okay, so I'm reading Reflection by Elizabeth Lim, which is fantastic, but I do wish that I hope that there is a scene where they're traversing the underworld together, because it's taking place in the underworld of China, and Shang is just like, you're a woman, and they have like just this back and forth like bantering discussion. I hope that happens. I don't think it will, but I'm severely hoping for it. So far it's so late. Good. It's about 7 o'clock, but my brother is bringing dinner here, so I'm not going to be vlogging the rest of the night. Thank you for watching this reading vlog. I had a fantastic time trying to film all this, and I hope you guys like it. Thank you everyone for the birthday wishes, and I will see you guys in the next reading vlog. Bye for now.